Okay. Anyway, I don't know sometimes if I'm recording or not. It says record right now. Anyway, it is now 10 after 8 at night. I've been in here since, what, 8 o'clock this morning? Right, people? And now I'm depressed. I can go like this all day. Right? Steady as you go. And then my son is like a big fucking trigger where I just... Because he's miserable. He's a miserable human being, people. And he takes his fucking anger out of the world on me all the time. I can't say shit to him. Doesn't matter. Like, you know, they were having that little, what do you call that? Barbecue. Right? Boxes all over the floor. And I try and, you know, stay positive, whatever. And anyway, you know, I told him, if you go into that Auntie Shimei's room, you know, he wanted more food last night, right? I said, well, here's, you know, I already gave him a key for the lock because the breaker box is in that room, right? So if the breaker goes, you know, he's going to need a key, right? So he has a key. So I just told him, you know, take what you want from the fridge, no problem. Just make sure you lock the door, right? It's a simple request, people. I go down there to go start putting the food away, and the door's unlocked. He never bothered to lock it back up. I've already lost a bin and some of fabric. Like, we're talking hundreds of dollars here, people. Somebody went into that fucking room and fucking stole a bin to spite me. Right? I don't know who it was. I know it wasn't Sierra because Sierra's been in jail. Nobody can blame Sierra this time. Right? But because I'm the problem with everybody being so fucking angry with life, they don't respect my shit, people. That's what it is. They don't fucking respect me, and they don't respect my shit. Because if they fucking respected me and respected my shit, I'm just calling it shit right now, right? And all my stuff. I mean, how hard is it to put a fucking lock on the door? It's already there. It's the same thing with lights, right? I don't bring a tenant in the house, so they don't have to worry about dealing with fucking strangers breaking into their shit. I'm talking about Tisha and Marcaine. You know, they don't have to worry about somebody else being down there, a stranger renting Shimei's room. Because that's the only person who would rent it would be a stranger at this point. Right? They didn't, you know. I took on the cost of paying the $575 that I'm losing on that room. Just so that there could be more peace in the house. You know? Less stress. You know? Less fights. Less stealing. Less this. Less that. Less fucking everything. I don't get no fucking thanks for it. I say turn off the lights. You try and turn off the lights, right? Every time I go downstairs, people, every fucking time I go downstairs, they're burning. The kitchen light's burning, living room light's burning, the garage light's burning, the fucking laundry room light's burning, the bathroom light's burning, the fucking hall light's burning. All burning, right? And then, of course, nobody wants to take any responsibility for it, right? It's always somebody else's fault, right? So if I say to my son, well, you know, please turn off the lights because, you know, I'm getting, like, in the wintertime especially, you know, because everybody's more around and or whatever, or, you know, gas goes up, everything goes up. You know, sometimes I get $450 fucking hydro bills, in the wintertime every 2 months. My last one was almost $350 because of the lights burning all the time. Right? Marcane will go to work, he'll come home, and because Tisha's been up and down the stairs, not turning off lights, he comes flying upstairs, jumps on me, not jumps, but, you know, right? Fucking starts fucking hollering it and agitating me. Well, the lights are on, well, you know, and I'm like, well, I haven't even been downstairs. Like, I hardly ever go downstairs, people. And when I do, I'm always turning off fucking lights. So not only am I covering the extra rent so that they can have fucking peace down there, but neither one of them are really turning off the lights. So I'm paying extra fucking hydro for irresponsible behavior as they fucking get ignorant and rude to me. Like, I don't get it. You know? I went down there to take that soup down. All the lights are on again. I said to my son, can you please turn off the bathroom light? Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm like, fuck. Why am I wasting my time doing this, people, if my kids don't respect me? That part I haven't fucking figured out yet. I haven't fucking figured it out. Like, what is wrong with me? To fucking keep having to deal with this shit over and over again. You know? I paid for this food. He didn't. Right? I paid for the what do you call that shit? The fucking turkey pot pies. Was my flour, my shortening, my fucking vegetables, my fucking pie pans, my time. I mean, he's never happy. Never, ever fucking happy. You know? Like, I'm so fucking depressed now. I feel like an abused woman. I told him that. Like, you know, you fucking, like, you abuse me all the time. Not physically beat me up and shit, but fucking emotionally. I can't fucking stand it anymore. I want to move away. I told him I'm not living with you anymore after I leave this fucking house. You're abusive. You know, can't say shit to you. Right? And then when he gets on his little tangents, he goes on about, well, when I was 8 or when I was 10, or you did this or you did that. And I'm like, why are you walking around with a fucking grudge? Like, fucking, you're how old now? Like, my kids have been so psychologically damaged with all this bullshit going on, starting with Andre. Right? Sierra. Uncle John, then Shimei. And I get the brunt of it, people. I get the fucking brunt of it. You know? It's hard being a parent. This is like fucking parenting that never goes away. As a parent, what? You suck it up? It's not like I can go anywhere. I can't fucking move. I'm trapped. You know, do I have to do this? Well, obviously not. I'm not mad at him all the time, but fuck. You know? I spent good money on this shit. And I'll be giving him some. And then my reward is, go away! Shut up! You're this, you're that! And 12 hours later, and it's like this, people. You come home from work. I'm in the yard. I'm doing shit in the back. Whatever, just an example. I'm just getting this ham ready for these little jars that I found because I've decided I'm going to can this tonight. That will be one less thing to do tomorrow. And then I'll have the ham done. And then when Tisha comes with the jars on Monday, I'll use those ones for the beef. And that's another thing. He thinks I do fucking nothing. You don't work. Eh? What do you know about the real world? You don't have friends. You can't keep a man. What? Well, why the hell would a man want me? No man's gonna want me. I come with a whole bunch of fucking baggage. I don't have time for a man. I'm too busy fucking just trying to hold down the fucking house. Sorry, not the horse, but the house, right? With ungrateful fucking people living in it that can't even turn off fucking lights. And then get mad at me because I'm asking for fucking $600 in rent, right? To cover the fucking hydros and shit. As I'm being lorded over. Lorded. That's what it's called. It's called being lorded over. I don't... Like, what gives your son right... Like, my oldest son, like, I don't like being around my oldest son because he thinks he can fucking lord over me. Like, fuck off. Go away. Leave me alone. Right? If I wanted a man like that, I would have stayed with the fucking men I was with. Right? If you notice, I'm not with a man because I don't like being lorded over. I'm too busy to be lorded over. I don't like being the abused wife, shaking in my fucking pants before the man gets home after work. And because he works, you know, he has an entitlement to fucking just be a dickhead and fucking take his displaced anger out on you the minute he fucking walks in the door. Like, you know, like, I don't know how to get off this fucking bandwagon. I really don't. And Tisha can get the same way, right? Because she's young, you know, very few responsibilities. Thinks she can boss me around. I was like, what is it with kids these days? I tell you, they're stupid. The internet has fucking corrupted them so much, you know? I don't know if that will be enough for 12 jars. I think so. And I still got half a ham here for my TV dinners that I was going to share, that I am going to share with my son. Only because he does work hard. And he cooks for me sometimes. And Andre, when I'm busy, he'll cook. And he'll offer food. And if I haven't done anything, of course, Andre gets it, right? Which is good for Andre. So, you know, give a little, take a little, right? So in this situation, I'm just going to use some of these carrots. But he doesn't understand that it's like being with an abused man, like an abusive man. I go all day, everything will be fine. You know, I'm pushing myself through. I'm not feeling sorry for myself very much. Very much. Right? He'll come home from work. Anything can fucking trigger him. I could be out on the porch, people, spraying down the fucking porch, cleaning the porch. You've seen those videos out there all fucking day. And then I have to spray off the porch, be done with it. And because he has to walk underneath the fucking porch, he tells me I shouldn't be spraying anything. Right? It's like, whatever. It's like, just whatever. It doesn't matter what I fucking do. Nothing measures up to him. Nothing. Nothing. As if I want $400, $500 fucking hydro bill in the wintertime. Because people just want to be ignorant and spite me. Right? As if I can afford to lose another fucking bin of fabric. Because people want to be ignorant and spite me. And these are my own kids. As I'm going around kissing their fucking ass. Because now I'm kissing ass. When I started this, I wasn't kissing ass. But as I finish it, I'm kissing ass. Right? Isn't that what abused women do? Kiss ass? Hoping that the abuse will stop? Isn't that what women do? That their husbands will be nice to them? if they just make a little more better food, you know, or whatever it is. Like, it's just that he doesn't understand that that's where our relationship is at. And I try to fucking tell him, but of course he doesn't like to listen to it, right? And then he starts accusing me of this and accusing me of that, right? It's like, it's just stupid, man. I'm so trapped in my life, people. I'm so fucking trapped. You don't know how fucking trapped. He doesn't look after a disabled child, right? He doesn't have to cook for him, nothing. He doesn't do anything. He goes to work, he goes to his room, right? He cooks his food, lets his dishes pile up. When he's ready to wash them, he washes them, right? Other than that, I'm washing his fucking nasty bowls and pots that he puts out in the garage that sit there for 3 weeks until finally I get tired of looking at them. And by the time I fucking get them, they've been sitting there molding and this and that. It's amazing I don't fucking die when I clean this shit. Because of ignorant crap. Do I get a thank you for cleaning his nasty fucking dirty dishes that they were sitting out in the garage because he doesn't want to wash them? No, I never get a fucking thank you, ever. If I die, he won't take any responsibility if it came from that nasty pot, right? Because as far as he's concerned, I don't do shit. And because Tisha leaves the lights on, and he comes home and sees the lights on, that becomes my fault. And he fucking rags on me, and then he doesn't bother to turn off lights. Because when I ask him, the first thing he'll say either, get out, leave me alone. Or, well, you know, I came down here and there was lights on. I got off of work and all the lights were on. Who left the lights on? And I'm like, not me. I didn't even go downstairs. Oh, I don't know, people. I don't know how I'm going to finish my end of my days. I'm serious. Like I told you, I don't want to be here on this planet anymore. I'm fucking sick of it. I can't stand it anymore. It's been too many fucking years doing what I've been doing, okay? Too many fucking years doing what I've been doing, okay? Too many fucking years with not enough thank yous. I gotta wash my hands. Hold on. So yeah, isn't that what abused women do? They have to leave their homes. Like literally just leave their fucking homes. Leave everything behind. Just fucking leave. It's kind of how I feel, people. I feel like I just have to fucking leave. Leave everything behind because I can't take it with me. It's too hard. Right? I don't get enough help. And I'm not living, I don't want to live with my son when I leave this house. I've already told him, I can't handle it. I can't handle the way he talks to me. I can't handle the way he goes off on me. I'm in the back, working in the back. I put something where he parks his fucking car. He comes home from work and he just has a fucking fit. Because he can't pull his car in right away because I'm moving shit around out there. Right? Cleaning it up. Just stupid shit like that. I do the garden all these years and he comes along and he just, I'm taking this over. I want this dirt. I want that patch of dirt. You know, I'm going to plant this. I'm going to plant that. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's only fucking dirt. I'm not going to get all stressed out about it. Let him plant. At least he's planting something. But I don't get a fucking thank you. That's for sure. I don't get, well, can I help you somewhere else in the yard, Mom? He never offers to fucking help me. He just takes over.
If you have some food in you cook?
Just, not right now. I'm doing something. You just had cereal, Andre.
I know, tomorrow.
Yeah. You can have some ham after I get these going. You know, Tapes just comes in and takes shit. I don't go into his room and take shit. But he can come up here and just think he can take what he wants. I mean, it doesn't do it all the time, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's more like just to show me that he can. Right? Very ungrateful about it when he does it too. Stupid people. My life is stupid. I hate my fucking life. I really do. I hate my fucking life. It doesn't take much to make me crash anymore. And my son is a big fucking trigger. 'Cause he's so rude. He's always been a little moody, but since Shimei's been dead, he's gotten worse. I mean, it obviously started after Uncle John was taken. And then, of course, when I call him on it, he's, well, you know, women this and women that, and you're a woman, and you think this, and you think that, and I'm not allowing women, you hate men. Because I told him, you hate women. And, well, no, it's more like you hate men. I'm just, no, I don't hate men, Marcane. I just don't have time for their bullshit. And lately, you've been coming up with a lot of fucking bullshit. I told him, don't get married. There is no point. Right. You know how it is. If you can't respect your mother, you're not going to respect your wife. So there's no point in getting fucking married because he sure in the hell doesn't fucking respect me. Because he doesn't see me as his mother. He sees me as a thing, people. There is no women or men. Everything is equal. So therefore, I become an object. I'm not a mother. I'm an object. And I get treated like a fucking object. As I do motherly things. For whatever weird reason. I need to save myself the fucking stress. Right? You think I'd learn? When people are miserable, doesn't matter what you do for them. They'll always be fucking miserable. And you know what they say about misery. Misery likes company. The only thing is, I'm trapped. My government has made it where I'm trapped in my own fucking dungeon. I can't move to another house because there is no affordable houses to move to. My only other option is moving into a fucking cockroach-infested fucking apartment. Right? With a bunch of depressed people in it. Yeah, I know. I've been there. I already know how it works. Right? And then if you go out there and you try and do something positive with the kids, what happens? They don't like it. The poorest of the poor don't fucking like it. So they make it hard for you. Just like your own kids make it fucking hard for you. Like the world is unhappy. Serious, the world. So many people are unhappy. And then when they see that you're happy and you're doing something good, they want to just shit on you. And I don't mean shit, but you know, shit on your day. They want to shit on your day. Pick a fucking fight, storm off down the stairs so that they can feel like they're empowered because they got you all riled up over a fucking light switch because you don't want to be responsible because you don't have to pay the fucking hydro bill, right? Isn't that how it works? Alright, so this is what I'm doing. Where's my chopstick? Hold on a minute. Oh, this ham is so good. This ham is so good. So good. So, you know, go like that. Don't pack it in tight. Make it so it's moving around a little bit. Oops, sorry, wandering eye. That's what's important here, as long as it's moving around a little bit so that the heat can travel through it. You don't want to stuff it in there tight. Okay? Because then it doesn't necessarily penetrate. On the bottom is some of the carrot that was in the roasting pan. And this is really, really good ham. So what we got is ham with a little bit of the fat, whatever. I just cut it. With a little bit of pineapple in there, whatever. As I cut it, I'll show you. I used half the ham. Right? And this one might be a little too high. So, take out a little bit. And you can put it in that one. Alright. Now, you wipe down your rims. I'm going to get my pressure canner going here, people. That's all I'm doing for tonight. I'm at the end of my rope here. I'm doing this to press now. That's what's left. So, I'm going to put it in another bowl. I'm going to take it downstairs. And I'm putting it in Auntie Shimei's room in the fridge there. And I'm going to lock the door. Because the door has to stay locked. Because I cannot afford to lose another bin worth of $500 worth of fabric or anything else for that matter. Just can't, people. It's not fair. It's not fair that I should have to worry about this shit. Right? Now, these are a half pint. If you were doing a pint, well, no, you got to do it. It's either 70 minutes or 90 minutes. If this was raw fish or raw meat, well, if it was raw fish in these jars, you'd be looking at 100 to 110 minutes. Okay? If it's this size jar, pint, raw chicken, beef, I can't remember what it is, either 70 or 90 minutes. Just Google it if you don't have a canning book. These are a half pint. So I would suspect anywhere between 45 to 70 minutes because they're half pints. If it was a pint, it's you like a bigger one, you're pushing up to 90 minutes. 70 to 90 minutes. I don't know. I'll let you know. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to finish this video now. So this is the ham with the broth. It's out of the pressure canner now. It was 75 minutes. I gave it 80. Okay? Because they're half pints, right? If it was a quart, you'd have to do 90. But anyway, you can see the time. It's 11:30. It's going on 12 o'clock, midnight. Okay? I've been in here since 8. And I got up at 5:30. Okay? Here's that broth. So what's going to happen is it's just going to sit like that all night on low, right? It's not going to go anywhere. And I don't know, people. We're all depressed in this house. You know, we've just been through too much. They're popping. We've just been through too much. It's just been bang after bang after bang that we're just all crumbling. My son's crumbling. Tisha's barely hanging on. You know, I'm braving the storm, barely hanging on. I mean, you can see how fast it can go, right? It's just like crash. I don't know what to say, people. I'm doing the best I can. My son's working, you know, I tell him, if you don't like your job, because he's a tree cutter, right? He works really fucking hard, and I tell him, like, you know, if you don't like your job and it makes you miserable, you know, go find a different job. Like, you know, it's not like I don't try and talk to him, people, because I do, right? But when, you know, when we start at each other, boy, you know, it's like a bad relationship, you know, it just reminds me of being with a man that's very abusive. And I don't want to leave this planet with my son being abusive because, you know, he used to be such a jolly fellow. You know, he was sincere because he was, you know, a brainiac, right? You know, very smart. He was sincere, but he was a much more gentle giant, I guess you could say, you know, and jolly. And then over the years, I don't know. And he takes out a lot of his displaced anger out on me because he'll come and he'll apologize, you know, when he thinks he's been inappropriate. But isn't that the cycle of abuse, though? You smack them, and then what do? They come and they apologize. Well, my son isn't smacking me, but, you know, when he calls me down or criticizes me and, you know, or just rags me or whatever, he gaslights me a lot, right? Just whatever it is. It's not a pissing contest, you know? I'm your mother, man. Oh, well, no, you're not, you're just a person. Well, no, I'm not just a person. I'm not man. I don't need a mother, but yet don't need a mother, but you have a mother, right? I mean, I don't know, people. So I figured this is the way I'm going to deal with it. I don't want to stress him out any more than I'm already stressed out with myself, and I'm not in the mood to be guilt-tripping nobody. Right? So, I think tomorrow what I'm going to do, because after this, I'm taking videos off the computer and putting them onto my external hard drive. And then this was the last video for today. So what I did 3 today, right? Because I've been in here since 8 this morning, and it's going on midnight. And, what do you call it? I'm not in the mood to be, you know, walking on eggshells tomorrow. And besides, I have to clear out the kitchen a bit, right, before I can really make these TV dinners. And I pushed it really hard today, people. So I think probably what would be better for me to do would be to wash my containers tomorrow, all of them. Dig out those Ziploc trays. Get my spices, whatever I want to take downstairs, I'll show you. Right? And get the meat grinder out. It's just the old granny kind. It's 100 years old. And grind up that beef. Cook that beef. Make gravy. Because I've got this pot, right? I can't let this pot sit for another night. I can let it sit for tonight. But I'm going to have to use some of it tomorrow, right? Or I have the option to, I don't have this size jar, but I found another case of one pint with the wide mouth. But I didn't buy a lot of beef, and I just basically wanted it for Amari, so that may have to wait until Monday when Tisha comes with the jars. Right, but I can cook it up tomorrow and whatnot, and if I can it in a jar, I wouldn't use gravy with it. I would just use straight up broth, and then I would gravy it up after you open the jar, right? So I can focus on that. Plus, I've got the carrots peeled, but they're in my sink in a bowl of water, so I have to juice those. And my son can make the dough downstairs. He doesn't need me to do that, so I'll just let him be by himself and do what he wants, and he can make the dough, and I'll cut the apples up here, and I'll pass down the bowl to Andre, and he can take it downstairs just to break away from, I don't know, people. Like I told you, we're all trapped. My son is trapped too. He feels obligated that he has to stay close by to like Uncle John would say, we stick together as a family. Only we tried to stick together as a family, and we were just being torn apart, right? And so, we're not a whole family anymore, and it's not like the people who left us died in good terms, right? You know, there's a lot of strife and turmoil and anxiety and hurt and pain and suffering around the loss of Uncle John and around the loss of Shimei, and then to realize that Sierra is forever going to be who Sierra is as of today when she's out of jail. I'm sure she's acting weird in jail, but of course they're not documenting it so that when she gets out of jail, they'll give her housing because they know that she's not capable of living by herself, right? You know, it's funny how they'll do that, eh? How they completely ignore people who need help like that. You know, and then that sits in the back of our mind because as soon as she gets out of the jail, well, that cycle of the monster being released out into the community shows up at my door. And everybody goes into panic attack mode, which keeps that anxiety and depression and everything up there, right? We never really get a chance to fucking relax. So anyway, I think that's the best method. Just peel the apples upstairs and send them down in a bowl with the sugar and the cinnamon already in them when he's ready to make the pie dough. And start washing the containers in the morning. But before I do that, I'm going to carry on with the juice. So I'm going to do the carrots. I'm going to pasteurize them. I'm going to do a few apples. And I'm going to get the beef grounded up and stewing. And then I'm going to see if my son wants those apples. Because if he does, then I'll take the time to peel them. And then by that time, I should be able... I could can them. I could can that meat in those jars. I might have a couple of these half pints. Or I could actually can them in this. And I have a few of this. This is a half pint too. Right? Just like the round one. Right? That's a half pint. I just like these ones better. But I could do that to save time versus doing it on Monday. I could do it tomorrow so that when Tisha shows up on Monday, her and I can just get into that basement, clear out a path. And it's I'm going to leave it on this note. It's kind of interesting how where this little yellow table is, and I'll point it out to you on Monday, okay? It's actually pretty much where Shmei's head was when she died. Pretty much in the same vicinity, people. And all I was planning on doing, I never really thought about where it was located in there. Outside of it was in the living room area, right? Because it hasn't been moved into the kitchen. That little yellow table I'm bringing into the sewing room. But anyway, it needs to be cleared off, so... Because I'm not going to be carrying bowls of food up the stairs. I'm just going to carry them out of the fridge and into the kitchen area and everything, lay it out, boom, 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 boom. You'll see how fast it will go, boom, boom, boom. And then because Tisha's there to help me, it will go even faster. And then by Monday night, I should be completely done. Completely done. But leaving it on this note, it is interesting how I'm packing on the food as I'm sweeping out, everything, like I'm going to take the books off the mantelpiece, do this, do that, blah, right, finish the kitchen, blah, right, so that, I don't know, maybe my son leaves the lights on down there because he's down there, and like he hates it when I go to him and say, turn off the lights. Get out! And I go into fucking whatever, and just crash. And then once you crash, you get into that rut, which is like a bad relationship, and I don't know how to break away from that. Outside of, I want to run away, or I want to, I want to die. Oh, can't stand the stress anymore. Oh, right. Whatever it is. Teenagers go through that. No, adults aren't necessarily supposed to go through that, right? We've outgrown it. But when you go through the things my family has gone through, it's kind of hard not to outgrow that shit, because technically any TV dinner that I'm going to be putting together in the basement, really, as I'm standing there doing it, is exactly where my daughter died. And there's a lot of controversy around that, a lot of misconduct around that, just a whole lot of shit that kind of keeps us stuck you know? On top of the reality of there is no affordable housing. It's not like anybody can really afford to move, right? But anyway, all right, so I'm going to end this video and upload it and start fresh tomorrow.